Okay, right, is the camera in the right position? Yeah, that's not too bad. Okay. I was moving the laptop around earlier on and I wasn't sure that I'd got it back in its precise spot. So anyway, actually the camera isn't quite alright, is it? That's better. Okay. I was actually just saying to Aaliyah, I don't know if it's Aaliyah who's in. I was just doing some stuff with the live split earlier on. I'm assuming that when I press skip movie and the space bar, it will start running, which is what it was doing. Bearing in mind I've had the laptop switched off since then. But the odd thing is that the space bar wasn't stopping, which was kind of weird. I had to press the R, which I've selected as the reset thing, and it does stop the timer. And it also comes up with an error message, which you won't see. Well, it's not an error message. It's just sort of saying, you know, are you sure you want to do this kind of thing. So I don't know what was going on. The other thing that was quite odd is that after kind of just playing around with it a bit with slobs open, it was coming up with slobs wouldn't actually close, and it was something to do with live split. Basically, it was giving me the choice of carrying on streaming or stopping and relaunching Streamlabs. It's kind of really weird. So let's just hope. I'm having to reach across as usual. Let's just hope that it works. Yeah, okay. Well, the timer is going, and this time I can actually see the timer, which is a bit of a relief.
Hello?
Sarah, honey, I need to get your daddy on the phone.
Uncle Tommy, what time is it?
I need to talk to your dad now. There's something...
Uncle Tommy? Hello?
So, yesterday's run was actually quite an improvement by about 3 minutes.
What was that all about?
Hey there, Leah. It was an improvement,
Dad?
but there were a couple of really bad mistakes. The worst one was just trying the ambitious thing in the tunnel in Salt Lake City. The first time it just didn't work. The second time I actually got to the end and my thumb brushed the circle button, which took Joel out of his crouch and caused an alert. So I probably lost about, what, 2 or 3 minutes in that. So as long as I don't try anything careless, I should be able to get another improvement tonight. But of course I'm still depending on the sections that went well last night going well again.
Don't go near the doors, just
which of course isn't a given by any means.
Dad, you're kind of freaking me out. What's going on?
It's the Coopers.
Oh, I think your piece of shit mouse might be on its way out. I've had that happen before. Touch wood.
Dad?
The one that I've got has served me well for about, what, 3 years?
Jimmy, I am warning you. Don't!
Oh, wow.
You shot him.
Sarah.
I saw him this morning.
Sammy, there is something bad going on. You've got to get out of here. Do you understand me?
What's the brand, Leah? What make is it? I mean, I will generally go for either Advent or Logitech.
I got some notion.
I think part of the reason for that actually is when I go into PC World, which is our kind of main electrical chain over here, it tends to be largely those two. There are some others, but I'm not one of these people who's going to spend 50 quid on an all singing, all dancing mouse that does more than what a mouse should do.
Sure thing.
In fact, I don't think I've ever spent more than
We're doing great.
what, 15 quid or something like that.
He said where to go.
Logitech. It's quite surprising that it's gone bad.
Getting into Travis County.
I mean, sometimes, I mean, it wasn't the case with the other controller. I thought it might be, but it wasn't.
They say
But
hurry.
sometimes it's not actually something that's broken, it's just a bit of crap in there somewhere.
Tommy.
Right. Sorry.
Jesus Christ, how did this happen?
They got no clue. But we ain't the only town.
So the first thing that you can see is that I've
Coast, the West Coast.
done away with actual splits
Holy hell.
on the run. Instead, it's just got what my PB is at the moment, at the top.
Hope that son of a bitch made it
And
out.
then we just let the timer go all the way through.
Are we sick?
Simplifies
Of
things.
course not.
How do you know?
They said it's just people in the city. We're good.
Didn't Jimmy work in the city?
That's right, he did. We're fine, trust me.
Alright.
Let's see what they need.
What do you think you're doing? Keep driving.
They got a kid, Joel.
So do we.
But we have room.
Keep driving, Tommy. I see what I see. Someone else
Yes, I wasn't feeling very talkative. I wasn't feeling very chatty after what happened yesterday. I just watched for a bit and then I just wanted to go to bed and bawl my eyes out.
This is bad. Everyone and their mother had the same damn idea.
I did do the going to bed bit
We could just backtracking.
and also the not sleeping. My car got seized by the police.
Tommy!
Holy shit! This just happened. What the fuck just happened? Did you see that? God damn.
Because it turned out that a renewal of my driving license, which I thought I'd done online
Come on, people, move.
a couple of years ago, and that was because of something I didn't know about.
No.
Apparently didn't happen, so I was actually driving around without a valid license.
I can't fucking drive through them, Joel! Back up there! They're behind me, too! There! Hold on! Go!
And it's got massive implications. You know, it's not the... I mean, the loss of the car is bad, but it's just kind of what it means from this point.
Daddy?
It's bad. Really bad.
Hey!
Get back, get back. I'm here, baby. I'm here. Come, give me your hand.
No, that wouldn't happen. That,
What is it?
My leg
not an arrestable offence.
bad.
We're gonna need to run.
Keep us safe. Come on, baby. Now hold on tight.
It's not happened for a while.
Keep your eyes closed, honey.
I do get blocked from time to time, but not that early on. You stay where you are. Yeah, that's it. You just stay on the floor.
There's people all over the park.
Don't look, Sarah.
You? No, don't see.
Keep looking at me, baby.
Okay. Well, apart from that one little...
This way! Through the alley!
Wow, I don't think I've ever seen a
Go!
clean Russian car.
He's dead! God damn it! We're almost there. We're almost there, baby. Now get through the fence!
Come on, Tommy. Hurry up.
Keep going! Find a way out of here!
Okay.
Come on! Joel! Move it!
Pretty good.
Get to the highway! Go! You got Sarah! I can outrun him!
Uncle Tommy?
I will meet you there! Hurry!
Daddy, we can't leave him.
He's
been selected for outside work duty.
That's such crap. Soldiers
I was
are supposed to be outside.
kind of toying with the idea of introducing splits, because they can either be encouraging or, well, detrimental, and I think that's probably what put me off. Might have been frame of mind actually that made me do that. But I couldn't use yesterday's as comparisons anyway, because I did the accidental double spacebar shift,
Look at that.
which meant that the fall
Must be running low again.
split was completely meaningless anyway.
Seems like more people are getting.
But I decided against them in the end, mostly because a good or bad split doesn't necessarily say anything about the rest of the run.
All right, drive on through.
What's your business here?
Had the day off. Visiting a friend.
All right, we'll run through.
Thanks.
Close it off! Firefly!
Go, come on. The coast is clear. Come on.
Hey, Skyrix!
So much for the easy route.
Welcome, dude.
Patch yourself up, all right? They're gonna close all the checkpoints. We're gonna have to go around the outside.
Outside the wall.
Or we could just let Robert go.
Right, what's he going to do?
Cute.
Will he give me
Tess,
enough
see
room
that
to get
shit?
past him?
I was there. Hey, how's the east tunnel looking?
It's clear. I just used it. No patrols. And where are you off to?
Gonna pay Robert a visit?
You too?
Who else is looking for him?
Marlene. She's been asking around, trying to find him.
Marlene. What do the Fireflies need with Robert?
You think she'd
And
tell
it's
me?
5:30
Well, what did you
here.
tell her?
The truth. I got no idea where he's hiding.
Good man. Hey, you stay out of trouble, all right? Military's gonna be out in force soon.
Yeah, see you around.
Marlene looking for Robert? What do you make of that?
I don't like it. We better find him before the Fireflies do.
See? That's why.
Gus.
Just don't trust me with that kind of shit.
How's it going?
I didn't lose any
Stirring
time,
up out there. How we
but I
looking
didn't
over here?
gain any, because I
stay
didn't hit
quiet.
the...
No signs of military or infected.
That's
I
what
missed
like to hear.
something.
Joel, give me a hand with this.
Y'all take it easy out there.
Ugh,
Yes, I got the
God,
feeling you might be
you need to watch what you throw away down here.
you might be mainland Europe, kind of this side. Actually, where else would you be?
Let's grab our gear.
My mum lives in Italy, so I'm used to the 1 hour difference. Which is why she tends to send me text messages or WhatsApp messages at about 6 o'clock in the morning.
All right, Texas. Boost me up. You ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Come on.
So, like I was saying to Aaliyah earlier on, This the live split is kind of working in that I can now see it on Streamlabs. It's not transparent as it was last night, which was kind of a problem. But I had a problem with it earlier on in that the space bar wasn't stopping the timer. I had to press the reset, which comes up with a silly little message that you guys won't see.
Great, bring it over.
But I've got to remember to hit R instead of the space bar when we get to the end. I mean, actually, it won't matter, kind of as long as I press something, because on the VOD you'll be able to see what the end time was.
Lady, you must be thinking of someone else.
Hey, MT. Oh my God! Did you see that? He got caught on masonry. Damn ceiling's falling apart.
Once we get our merchandise back, it should be
How are you,
easy to
mate?
unload. Hold up. Spores.
Where the hell are all these coming from? The place was clear last time.
Coming out of something. Stay alert.
We should be able to fit through here.
Where else went bad last night?
Yeah. Damn ceiling's falling apart. Be careful.
This way.
Financial district wasn't great, but I can't really control that. But it wasn't desperately slow either.
My mask broke.
Damn, that doesn't help.
Come back.
Up ahead. You hear that?
I should have not bothered picking it up, really. Yeah, everything's working again. We've even got live split.
I can handle
Awkward position, slightly. Not too bad.
All right, that's all of them.
Let's hope so. After you.
Cover the entrance.
I got it.
You have to set one up for me, Leah. But just don't use my name. Oh, I got a semi-launch there.
Here.
Which sometimes is actually better than not getting the full launch, because it can take you beyond the plank, and he goes through a very slow animation of
Bit heavy.
working his way back.
I think I can handle it.
All right. Make sure there ain't any soldiers around.
It's clear. Come on.
Well, go on. But nobody on there will know me, so that's all right. Can't think there's many porn fans who also watch The Last of Us. It's a bit slow.
Got it.
Oh, don't start that again. Hate this cable.
Hey, little man.
Headset. It's always getting
You
trapped
sure
in
the
stuff.
coast is clear? No soldiers, none of Robert's men, yeah?
You know he's expecting us.
Well, that'll make it more interesting. Good to go. Come on.
Hey,
Tess, hey, Tess. Brandon, how you doing today? I heard you
Not
got
right
some-
now, Terrence.
No, it's good. Look,
Not now. You hear me?
okay. You touch it, you buy it. What'd you talking about?
Okay, so memories of last night. Didn't get the headshot here. That doesn't mean I'll get them tonight, but it's something, if I do get them, it will be an improvement.
Sit back down.
Sorry.
What about the wharf area? Well, not the wharf, but the like the warehouse beforehand. How did that go?
Who's that?
An old headache.
I don't remember it going very badly. Probably wasn't ideal. Don't remember saying wow or anything like that.
I'm looking for Robert. You come through here?
Half hour ago. You went back to the wharf.
We had a very
no.
slight chase around for the third guy at Spencer's computer place. I remember that, but it wasn't bad. But I'd love to get the headshots here.
Here we go.
Let us through.
You guys need to turn around and head back if you know what's good for you.
Our beef isn't with you. We just want Robert. You don't want to do this.
Turn the fuck around and leave now.
I'm not going anywhere without Robert.
Bitch, I will bash your skull unless you turn around and get your dumb ass out of here.
Fuck this.
Take cover!
I know what I need to do. I just need to be a bit more
Cover.
calm,
Get the angle on them.
getting the aim, but it's very difficult to do.
Nicely done, Texas.
Okay.
You too.
Not perfect, but it was better than last night. That's all that matters.
Well,
Everything that can be done slightly better, it all adds up. Last night's run, funnily enough, was it was enough to put me up to 13th on the leaderboard, but I'm not submitting it because I know it can be better.
More of Robert's guys.
How do you know they're coming? Two of our guys died trying to take Tess out. I guarantee that she and Joel are on their way here right now to get Robert.
Jesus. We shouldn't have taken this job.
Not our call.
Okay.
Let's spread out and make sure no one's creeping around in here.
Your run might be a difficult one to submit, Aaliyah, because with there being no visible chat on screen, the timer actually doesn't matter. It's very difficult to show that it's not edited in any way. I think enough people know you to know that you wouldn't cheat, but it's very, very difficult. It's like there's no evidence, no proper evidence that it's a genuine run, because all you've got is the video itself and the recorded chat, but not actually in the video window. Oh, damn it. Okay, I think that was better than last night as well.
Should have brought more people.
Live split actually doesn't matter that much, but the disadvantage that you've got is that the only actual video is just the game. In other words, there's no voiceover. All you've got to refer to is the live chat, but because that isn't set on your PS4 to be actually visible on the video window, it's only there kind of recorded. you know, in the usual chat position to the right-hand side. Oh. Bastard. Damn it. Right, I'm without a brick. That's going to be a slight problem. I'm not saying it'd be refused,
Put your gun down.
but I don't think I've ever seen a speedrun video with only the gameplay footage. I'm not sure.
Robert! You, Joel!
This way.
I've got to do a bit of thinking here. A little bit of thinking.
We gotta get out of here now.
No, because it's...
We gotta
The
move.
unfortunate thing is it's not constantly there. You know, it shows for a few seconds and then fades
Way
out.
around this. Come on.
Or rather, well, it only becomes visible when something actually happens in chat or when somebody arrives watching the stream. Yeah, like I said, I'm not saying it would definitely be refused. I'm only saying that that kind of video is actually, it's possible to fake it. You could segment it. And chances are just audio on its own might not be enough because, you know, the only way for that to actually count would be if you were talking absolutely all the time, which you wouldn't be. It's probably better if you want to put together a run that you would want to submit, then on your PS4 settings when you start stream or just before you start stream,
Joel, give me a hand with this.
have the chat visible.
Hey, how you holding up?
Damn
I'll live.
subtitles. It's a very tiny button to hit accidentally, isn't it?
Hold up. Soldiers. That's the way out. The door into the bridge.
Sod it. I'll just leave them on. They might get accidentally turned off again at some point.
Even though I know that's not your stuff.
I don't know. I don't know. A lot of people do it. There's a lot of people using Streamlabs who actually use a widget which puts the chat or a certain amount of the chat on screen anyway. I don't think it's a problem. Pretty. Not pretty at all. But there was no danger of it not actually failing completely. It is a bit ugly, yeah, and the other thing as well is that there are a couple of faults to it. One is that it displays a maximum number of characters per message. So very often you'll see somebody type something and it gets cut off. And another thing which I found, but I've got the feeling it may have been fixed, is it used to be the case for me that sometimes you got a weird text glitch where one comment
right
would
up ahead.
just overlap another,
Attention.
usually at the bottom.
Now in full effect. Anyone caught outside without proper authorization.
But I've not seen that for a long time, so maybe that was a glitch that they sorted out. But they didn't change this this thing about it only displaying a maximum number of characters. But you're right, it's not pretty. But like I said, if you want to submit a run, it might be a good idea
Joel, give me
to
a
have
hand
that
with this.
there because it will be kind of proof that it's genuine. Whereas at the moment on your videos there isn't anything to show that it is actually a genuine thing. The only thing that the moderators would have recourse to is just what is going on in chat on the right hand side of your YouTube VOD. They may accept it. I don't know.
Up there. That'll get us to the north tunnel.
I mean, the The only thing I can think of which would kind of be a rescue on that, and I don't know whether or not it's easy to get access to it, is time of upload, which would be evidence. It's difficult to explain this. If it was going to be a fake run, you would need time to edit it, which on a very long video like that, it's going to take hours to download and re-upload. Then you've got to do the editing itself.
I don't know. She's my friend, I guess.
Whereas if moderators can get some kind of access to the time of the actual broadcast,
She knew my mom, and she's been looking.
Andrew, it's still difficult. You could, because I don't know how, but I think you can actually broadcast a pre-recorded video. I think.
So instead of just staying in school, you decide to run up and join the Firefly. Think it's a bit strange that they're having us do their smuggling.
Marlene wanted to do it herself. We weren't their first choice. Or the second, for that matter.
You're absolutely right there, Aaliyah. The difficulty
Hope there's someone alive.
is the number of people who don't know you. And I think one of the reasons why moderators would possibly insist on something better than just gameplay footage, it's not because they think that you may have faked it, it's more to do with the fact that they might have to field endless, you know, emails of people saying, I don't believe that this is a genuine run, and then they've got to go through the rigmarole of saying, well, yes, it is actually. We do have the proof of it. We were there, but it's just that they would have to do it.
Who's waiting for us at the drop-off?
She said there's some fireflies.
Ah, right, okay.
Another city.
So yeah, it could be a problem.
What is the deal with you? You some bigwig's daughter or something?
Something like that. How long is this all gonna take?
If everything goes as planned, we should get you to them in a few hours. Ellie, once you get out there, I want you to follow our lead and stay close.
Didn't mess that one up tonight, which is a relief.
Now hold up. There's a patrol up ahead. All right. We're good. Come on up. Come on, kid. Watch your step. It's raining, but it isn't good.
There is a way of getting a little jump off that ledge as well. I think I've seen P-Dub and Anthony do it. And it's all to do with the timing of the crouch. You can get a little bit of a launch forward.
Up this way.
Follow me.
I'm actually really trying to ignore subtitles. Strange thing for speed. I nearly called myself a speedrunner then. That was going to be a bad move.
Let's see.
No. I even launch myself forward when I'm trying to do that. Come on.
I hear him up ahead.
Wow. Nice try.
Come on, Ellie.
I absolutely guarantee I will not accidentally turn the subtitles off. Damn. great having a working controller, but it's not great actually not being great with the controller in the first place.
Break off pursuit and report back to Sector 11.
I don't think they see us.
Acknowledge. Get to your vehicle.
I'm actually glad that I've not got splits to compare to. It means that I'm not going to have any additional kind of pressure. If something goes particularly well and I don't know whether I'm ahead or behind or the same, I'm not going to be thinking about, oh crap, what if it all goes wrong now on the next bit? Kind of panicking about it.
Holy moly. I guess this is what these buildings look like up close. It's so damn tall. So what happened here? The bomb fell out of the surrounding areas to the quarantine zones. What the hell was
Hey,
that?
no problem, Lily.
Jess, you hear that?
Yeah. Sounded pretty far away, though. Are we safe? For now. Come on.
Over here.
Hey, Cass?
Not sure if I'll pick the ammo up here, you know, because I've failed so often. Okay, got it that time.
God damn it. Clicker.
Jeez.
Yeah.
What's wrong with its face?
But years of infection will do to you.
So what, are they blind?
Sort of. Breathing now.
Like bats?
Like that.
Building feels like it's about to fall apart. Watch your head.
Give me a hand with this.
You might be wondering,
You alright?
it gets to certain parts, and that's always
Search
the
for
point
supplies.
at which I will take a swig of drink. And you'll be thinking, why do you always take a swig of drink there? In a way, it's almost like some of the habits that Anthony has. When you're playing the game so much and you recognise when you've got those few
Clear.
moments of downtime when you can do something, you kind of get into the habit of doing them. Because you might have noticed, the very observant might have noticed, that on a great many occasions when Anthony sort of plays with the flashlight, which is just a habit, it doesn't do anything. It's always at the same point.
Come on, big guy.
Like, for example, running towards that crate, sorry, that pallet that Joel opens for Tess a little bit earlier on. He always does his flashlight there. And it's because everything else about that run is so rooted that even those little habits get incorporated into the route at particular times. And it's kind of the same with me. I know that on that scripted clicker attack there, I've got a few moments to take a quick swig of drink, so I just do it, not even thinking.
Over through here. Give me a second. There you go, ladies.
Alright. Come on. Stairwell's blocked. This is crazy. Just don't look down.
Are you serious?
Okay, first bit of real RNG variety coming up now. Doesn't matter matter how much you practice this, and it applies to Anthony at the top of the tree, and P-Dub at the top of the tree, and me, equally. Fine?
Come on, Ellie. Yeah.
Is you're never 100% sure what's going to happen down here.
You're okay. We got away from
The opening part of the strat, which I can't do the speed run type, which is headshotting the first guy, because I can't swap out to the gun. Sorry, I can't swap out to the brick quick enough. That's easy enough. So I just do the, I do what you're supposed to do here. Which is all nice and predictable, no problems there. But this bit, you're never quite sure what's going to happen. No. Bitch. Oh well. I mean, it wasn't desperate, but it could have been better. Arse. I don't know how that compares with last night, because I didn't have a problem picking up the revolver ammo. And also, this...
All right, Tess, go.
I think she was slower.
Here, patch yourself up.
Appreciate it.
Careless. Careless. And so was the little extra leap forward there.
Over there, Sam.
Oh, well, one thing I do remember from last night, this didn't go well, because I actually got the first... I had to restart this, because I got the brick throw wrong.
Ellie, no matter what, you stay right on his heels. You stay sharp.
I got it.
Better. Any of you guys remember how tense this used to be when you first played it? That little section there? I know how... I thought I was never going to get through it first time. Oh, you bitch.
Where we going, Tess?
The building.
All right.
They're recently infected. The soldiers have just turned.
Which means there's more in the area. We gotta go.
something on your shoe. Gross.
Okay, how do we get out of this place?
Find out. That's what she believes. Sorry.
All right,
Sorry.
watch your
that
head.
was me.
Sorry.
Right, this is where I always say this at every single stream because so far it's never gone right. I do use the strat of throwing a brick at the clicker here, and what I've found constantly is that the triangle prompt won't work immediately on the door. It's a weird thing.
Tess.
Okay, he did it this time. Good. That saved a few seconds.
I'm fine. The girl.
Fooled you. Fooled you. You can't catch me. I'm too clever.
Stand back. Good.
And I have to do a pause here to craft a molly, because that's the strat that I use. So I'll do a pause just before we get into the doorway.
Home stretch, Tess.
Just so it's out there, I can't swim. Look, it looks like it's shallow on the right side. Follow me. I'm glad Marlene hired you guys. What do you mean? I know you guys are getting paid for this, but I'm trying to save face. Yeah, sure thing.
So, you know, compared with other speedrunners, it does cause it's a slight delay. But I can't get away with not doing it because I rely on the molly for this strat here. I've got one. Ha 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 ha! Wow, how did that happen? I was sure I didn't have one.
We'll go upstairs. Probably get up from there.
Oh well, a couple of seconds down the tubes.
She took out 2 of my men.
Tess.
Copy that.
Never, never before.
I got this. Let's go check it out. We're gonna go through that hall. Stay down. I don't know how many more there are. Stay low.
Okay, not brilliant, but enough. I knew I'd been a little bit gung-ho. on the running part there. You shouldn't really run across that corridor at all. As soon that little intervening bit between the two rooms, if you run at all there, it's just an alert. But I thought with the way that the guy had kind of gone, huh? And then he stopped. I thought I might have got away with it.
There's a soldier over there.
Copy that.
How the hell are you breathing in this stuff?
I wasn't lying to you.
You spot him? No, place is empty. Check out this area. Check over that way.
Don't get caught on parts of trains, Joel. Very unprofessional.
We'll figure something out.
It'd be great if I could actually get this perfect, but it's been a while since I have. Need to get him to actually jump off the edge here. No. Okay, so that possibly means that Ellie will wander off down the other end of the corridor. Or platform, I should say. I do know words.
Look, it still works.
Yeah, she's wandered off. That was all my fault. I'm not sure if there is a particular spot on the end of that carriage that you should aim for to make sure that he jumps rather than steps off it.
Be careful.
It's kind of, it's a slightly awkward, I think it's a slightly awkward thing to try to practice because, yeah. Do you have to do one of the combats for, oh no you don't, it is possible in easy mode to start from that point, I think. But if you're loading a chapter, you have to do all of the capital building first, which is a bit of an arse.
Let's get out of here.
And the problem with doing the capital building is that, especially if you have to do a restart, the AI is completely different. Because it starts you at a point where you have to reverse and go and pick the rifle up, at which point it means that those guys at the far end have all changed. Or they're doing different things anyway.
Nothing, it's just... I've never seen anything like this, that's all.
You mean the woods?
Yeah. Never walked in the woods. It's kinda cool. Why don't you just take me back to my room?
She was up to the task. Why'd she drop you off on us?
Well, maybe she's better now.
Kid, I don't mean
Oh, I
to
got
say,
the
but
corner
Frank's
here last
chances of
night.
survival weren't
Don't know
too
how.
high to begin with.
I really don't know how it happened, but I just got it.
It don't matter. 'Cause I doubt I can get either one of us
Not
back
this
to
time.
the city in one piece.
Oh well.
Look.
Trust me.
It actually throws him
Wish
to
there was some
what I assume would be the normal path. But he just jumped straight over last night. I mean, right in the corner rather than the middle of the log, which is what happens 9 times out of 10.
There we go. Down here. Just watch your step. It's a good drop. There you go.
That was a bit shit. I just, and the funny thing is, I wasn't,
Here, boost me up.
It wasn't a mistake as such, it's just that I noticed that I'd only crafted one shiv, and I thought, why didn't I do two? And I think if I had, I wouldn't have lost any time there.
Now listen, just open it. There ain't nothing else.
Sure thing.
Easy.
Ta-da.
Good job.
Thank you.
Okay.
So let's say we get a car from this buddy of yours. Then what?
Well, then we go find Tommy.
Marlene said he's your brother?
And more importantly, he was a firefly. He know where to take you.
Okay.
He lives far from here, which is why we need the car.
Jesus!
Whoa,
That would be one of Bill's traps.
your friend a bit paranoid, maybe?
So what was it? Just
Yeah,
keep
that's putting
the
it lightly.
keep the triangle button mashed as you're running over the plank here.
What's the deal with this guy?
Well, he helped us smuggle stuff into the city. He knows how to find things.
Let's hope we don't get SWAT trying to find him.
Just watch your step, you'll be fine. Here.
Yeah, that's
use
what
this.
works. Okay, brilliant. Oh, and Joel decided he was going to climb back down the ladder as well.
All clear, come on up.
Which was just me being too close. Trying to be cocky, really.
Shit.
I think that audio file is just downright missing now. Somehow it's
listen.
actually got deleted.
Alright.
Bill ain't exactly the most stable of individuals.
Oh,
So when we get there, you let me do the talking. You understand?
and
You gotta be clear on this. He don't take too kindly to strangers. Good guy, he just
This wasn't disastrous last night, but it definitely wasn't good.
I got you. What just happened?
Another one of Bill's stupid traps.
It is a bit of a stupid trap. What's it going to
There,
do? All of
Fraser
that,
looks like that's a
all
counterweight.
of that rigmarole there to capture one.
Cut that rope, and it'll bring me down.
On it! Joel!
Shit, here they come.
Here! Catch!
Hand to the rope. Ellie, look it. Ellie.
Take time, Ellie.
Hold on.
You all right?
Yeah!
Come on, you can do it.
Here!
Meaningless.
Thanks. God damn it.
Come on! It's not cutting!
Just hurry.
Oh shit. That's a bad one.
Hurry, they're getting closer. Get off, you son of a bitch!
Okay. You ever seen him run off? I've seen that clicker run off outside. That was a new one to me. Okay, any reward?
Get off your ass on your feet.
9. No.
Which way? Run, Ellie. Damn. Where's that goddamn key? Bill, come on! Bill, they're coming through the door! Alright. Whatever supplies you may want or need, I suggest you grab them.
Hey, thank you.
Found everything you need?
We're good.
That was bad. I actually didn't mean to get quite that close to the door. Didn't realise as well that it would block him slightly.
Don't leave the door open.
I got it.
We have to cross to the other building. Up the stairs. Let's move it.
Just stay with me.
Can't believe you agreed to this bullshit, Bill. What you should have done was just left him back there.
It's just a job. Simple drop-off.
What do you deliver?
Yeah, he's one of a kind.
That little brat?
Haha, fuck you too.
Oh. You know, I hope you know what you're doing.
Where are we going, Bill?
My other safe house.
Go inside.
Oh, I needed to take care of that. Relax, it's nothing. So, you didn't answer my question about Tess. Yeah, I thought the two of you were inseparable.
She's busy.
Such a long time since I actually got them all killed in one go here. It's weird.
So, why don't you fix one of these cars?
Oh my God, you're a genius. I mean, the whole time, why on earth hadn't I thought about fixing...
Infected!
Lock and load.
Look at that. Crap. You just... Oh, really annoying. Well, that was bad.
All right. You gotta check the barricades again. You neglect the simple shit, and now you're paying for it.
Wow, really
You know
bad.
what that means? Taking all the supplies from the warehouse and
Okay,
plug into the east
now he's
fence.
talking to himself.
Then you'll take
Bill?
Joel this way. Up we go.
You picked a hell of a place to hole up, didn't you?
You know, as bad as those things are, at least they're predictable.
Still can't craft anything.
Normal people would scare me. You all people should understand that.
What was that?
Nothing.
No. Nobody at all.
They're down here.
People are watching though. That's good.
All right, before we go any further, I got something I gotta show you.
What you got?
Hey, Dreg.
New toy from the toy box.
Yeah, he's going to take his time here. Oh, come on. Wow. Triangle prompt, please.
This is a nail bomb. You gotta be really careful. This thing blows, it shreds anybody standing nearby.
We got shotguns and bombs. The hell are we doing with them?
Well, every few weeks this military caravan rides through town. I assume they're out looking for supplies. You'd be amazed at the shit that they overlook. Anyway, a few months back, we were rolling through
gotta
and
do it.
overrun by this horde of infected. They were all over the truck. Clouds right in the side of the high school. Still sitting there with a battery in it.
So we take that battery and we put it in
crap.
another car.
Bingo. I I wanted to get it, but it seemed too dangerous with all the infected on that part of town. But fuck it. Joel needs a car.
What if it's damaged?
Nah, those trucks are like tanks. It's just sitting here.
Actually might work.
Wow.
Nice place you got here.
Time to sack up.
Sod you. He wasn't going to let me through.
Ellie, come on.
I was looking at the buttons that I had to press and
There's the
thought,
school.
no, I ain't going to do that.
All right.
Ready?
Guess we'll find out.
Oh, man.
Past this gate, it's all new territory to me.
I'm on it.
I honestly would have preferred full health here, but it should be alright. Oh, come on!
Locked.
Hold up. I got a key for that gate.
Do you know what? I honestly thought he hadn't turned up.
I suggest we move quietly.
Easy, easy. This way. It's tied on the other side.
What, the doggy door? Shut up.
Very careful.
Of course.
Maybe you should have given her a gun.
Okay, Bill.
There's more of those creepy things inside the house.
They ain't seen us yet. Just stay down.
Hey, Wildfire!
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's actually a less sophisticated live split than I used
Bitten, right?
last night. Because I actually had the seasons as 4 splits, but I couldn't get it to be... I couldn't get it to be transparent. Even though I could get it transparent on the actual app, when I brought it into OBS, it was fully opaque. I didn't... it was full anyway, shit. That was a waste. Okay. So I'm just doing it as a single timer, which is all right. It's not too obtrusive.
There's that truck sticking out of the school right there. Come on. There's a bunch of them up there. Try not to make a sound.
Oh, come on!
Ellie, stay up, come on!
Entirely my fault. Entirely my fault. Because I was actually concentrating so much on trying to pick that ammo up, I screwed up my own routing.
Ellie, run!
Damn it.
Well, that was easier
How many
than
have I
thought
got?
it'd be.
7.
They must be
Okay.
holed up somewhere else.
It's alright. That was so it's just a controller malfunction on my part, not I lost a little bit of time, I think, but it could have been a lot worse. You see, I hit the crafting button, which is a thing that happens to me.
Up there.
Thanks, Bill.
We're okay. We just need to get to the hood of the truck.
You bitch. You bitch, Joel.
The hell out of here. Go, 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 you two, go!
Aimed for the wrong fucking one.
Follow me.
Son of a bitch. Look what it did to the health. Look what it did to my fucking health.
We're on the way. Barricade the door.
Should still be okay, but
This ain't gonna hold it for long. That don't sound good.
Ellie, take cover. Ellie, just stay away from it.
What was up with that big guy?
He's been infected for a long time.
oh man.
Call him bloater.
Floater. Okay, got it.
I hate to interrupt you, little
Controller is literally,
Can we get the fuck out of here, please?
dear, the things I was having to do then to actually keep a hold of the controller, you would not imagine. That was crazy.
All right, come on. Joel, behind you! Bitch! I got it!
Fucking hate those things.
All right, you got him. Let's go. Come on up. Pull me up. This way. We're sitting ducks here.
There's another ladder over here.
We should probably search the house. I'm sure there's more supplies.
It's a good idea.
Let me know when you're ready to finish this thing.
I'm ready to finish this thing. William.
Put her in first.
Already did it.
Keep your foot on the clutch. And when we get to
I know how to pop a clutch.
how the hell did... You know what? I don't care.
And Wildfire, the subtitles aren't deliberate. They just got clicked on earlier,
Hit it!
and they haven't been accidentally clicked off yet.
Guys, to your left.
Hey, good job, kid.
we're gonna give it another go.
What?
Stay focused.
I thought that was a good shot. Clip that, anybody? Clip that, please. Somebody.
Keep pushing. Keep pushing.
Anybody? I can't do it because I'm holding controller. That was fucking hilarious.
Don't have much time. Back to pushing.
Right, at least I don't need to think about going to collect that.
Fuck my day up. You know that, Joel. Get her to that hill.
Oh, oh, whoa, 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 whoa! What was happening then? What was happening then? That was scary.
All right, Ellie, start it up.
Slight
Hear that sound?
direction thing. I think I had something like this last night. It was a bit odd.
Go, boy!
Hey, well done, Leah. Thank you. No, that's okay. That can be edited down.
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Then get out, quick.
Go with me, you chicken shit!
So you.
Motherfucker! What's wrong with these guys?
Catch your breath. We're leaving.
Actually, at one point last night, I did have to turn the subtitles off, but I just won't bother this time.
Stay down.
Come on. It's done it again. I don't know how it does that.
All right, go. See if you can get it propped open with something.
There's some pretty gnarly stuff in here.
Ellie!
Like... Okay, go!
All right, I got it.
Look. What do you know?
Know what?
About the ambush.
I've been on both sides.
I think that, in all honesty, that is a bit of a waste. Oh, hang on. Wow. Okay. I shouldn't have paused to consider that. I was very surprised that I couldn't pick that ammo up. It's usually the only reason why I would open that.
All right. Here's the bridge. That's our way out of here. Hey, Ellie, slow down. Wait for me.
What? Right here.
How about you let me go first and keep your voice down?
Okay.
Better get down.
Oh, good. Why did you learn to shoot? Hey, you see that?
Oh, stop screaming like little girls. Really. Just over-dramatic.
The bridge looks pretty far.
We'll get there.
Okay. I'm always... I don't like... I know that the brick is what I'm going to use next.
This place has been abandoned.
But I don't actually like
Yeah, me too.
arming myself with it straight away. Because I've just got this horrible feeling that the controller is going to force it to throw. Fine. Okay, so that was another slightly new one for me. The guy being several feet away from the door with his back to me. And in fact, I have only ever known him to be actually standing in the doorway facing. Only. Weird bit of RNG there.
There's more of them.
Yes, I noticed that. I mentioned it on the stream last night. Extremely weird.
All right. I don't think they saw
It's
us.
definitely never happened to me.
There's our bridge. We're a little closer. I think.
Just keep at it. Come on.
If you get me up there, I can use that plank.
Swim, Joel boy, swim. Actually, I don't know why it is that he never seems to have a problem with the swimming mechanics in this bit here. Oh, the other thing that happened, I had oh, well, it definitely won't happen tonight. Even though it was with the new controller, I had this weird thing where he would not turn the right way to give Ellie the pallet at this point. I ended up probably wasting a minute,
Get on. We're coming.
at least, trying to get it lined up.
Okay.
Whereas it should be like that every single time. So, yeah, I mean, just looking at the time that I got
See what that plank
last night, yeah, I wasted probably 2 minutes in the tunnel, but definitely a full minute at that point. I'd forgotten about that.
Alright. Now you just need to find a way up. Do you think those hunters are gone?
About to find out. It's clear, Ellie. Come on down.
Oh, fancy.
No, this is too rich for my blood.
I don't think so, Aaliyah. I really don't think so. I think there's a possibility that he is always there, but much closer to the bus, so chances are you jump down from the other
Come on
side and you just don't see him.
Watch your step. Oh, shit. Get down, get down.
Okay. Good.
How
Fully
many is that
loaded,
now?
fully loaded. Yeah.
Right, just this week. Hey, I'm not complaining.
I bet you're not.
That
done
was
here?
fully loaded, wasn't it?
Got on the floor to check, man.
Check for what? I ain't seen a clicker in weeks.
That's because we're thorough. We're gonna keep being thorough. Let's wrap this up, right?
All right, whatever.
You know, and it is actually possible, but by how much and how you would control that, really no idea.
Oh my god.
All right,
Yeah, here too.
search these rooms.
Oh, right, okay. Hi, Lucy. Lurking or something.
Let's see where this goes.
Moving us the ladder then.
It's gonna be a tight fit, but come on.
Just in case.
Find me something to climb on. Here we go. There we go.
I'm all right. You okay?
No! You scared the shit out of me!
No! Stay out there. I'll make my way up to you.
It is amazing, isn't it, that considering where we are in the game at the moment, we've only actually got an hour to go. Go on, Joel. Sorry, 2 hours to go. 2 hours to go. I do know what I was saying. Okay.
Damn it, spores. Damn it.
Right, how many revolver? 9. 9 is good.
I gotta find Ellie.
Get it charged up then. There's always a chance that you will, Leah. Always a chance that you will. Why is he crouching? He was not supposed to be crouching. Right, my one of my bête noire sections coming up. I actually don't have expectations about this part. I honestly don't, because I know how badly it can go. And it's all down to whether, ultimately, it's all down to whether or not I can switch ammo, well, switch guns and mollies and that kind of stuff. And then also you've got the variable about one guy who can easily kind of disappear into the back, and you have to go searching for him. It's a real pain in the arse.
We need to get back out, find that bridge.
I hate this crap. Might be able to get there with this.
But one thing that does control it to an extent, Aaliyah, is
You sure you can trust me with
what you
that?
don't do is after picking up the key card, don't run out of that room straight away. Just sort of wait in the doorway for a couple of seconds. I mean, not too long, or otherwise one will appear right in front of you.
Let's go.
But just give it a little bit of a pause before you run. Okay, wish me luck. I'll need it.
Yeah, that's all I should have known, but if you're gonna steal, then you better make sure you get away with it. Right? I would have done.
He ran into the building. He ran into the building. That is going to be a problem. Where are you? I saw him. Being over ambitious then. Alright, that's lost a load of fucking time. But it was down to me, again, the usual thing. Not being able to actually get the guns quick enough. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Damn it!
All right, come on down.
Right, I'm annoyed with myself. It's all my fault. All my fault.
Now the safety's on. Do you know how to switch it off?
I do.
You gotta respect it. This is not.
Joel.
That was a lot of waste there. Lost a load of ammo. Didn't get through it quick. Not great on health either. I think it's the first occasion where we've actually had a bad section though, so far.
On it.
But we chalk that one up as being an improvable. Whatever happens at the end of the run.
Chain is stuck.
If we get to the end of the run without me topping myself.
There.
He says so seriously.
It's good thinking.
Right, so I've not got the piece of ammo that I'd prefer to have here. I'll just have to trust to a brick, assuming I've got one.
Whatever, man. Yeah, no
Have I got one?
Old pair of shoes. We got nothing. Let's go.
Oh well, we're about to find out.
Man,
Ain't nothing we could have done.
I know. It's just... Oh, man.
Didn't have time to get to the sprint.
Let's just get to that
Right.
bridge.
Do I have a brick? I have a brick. Okay.
Well, at least they finally killed that couple. I was sure they made it.
Why does he do that? That's weird. No fucking way. I heard the alert and I thought, no, you don't get an alert if you do that. How can that even be possible? That's obviously what subtitles do. Right, that was annoying. That was extremely annoying.
That was too damn close.
The edge of the universe and back.
Excuse me?
Savage Starlight. That comic I've been
Here,
reading?
come here, Ellie.
I don't have enough health to do the risky strat here.
Yeah.
Okay.
In other words, I can't just book it all the way through.
Let's go through the alley.
All right, a little bit annoying.
Fucking truck.
It's all right. Just keep your head down.
Off. Right, I've got to hit this guy now because I can't take more than about 2 hits here. Usually I could do a little strat where I climb over the car. But he gets a shot on you from the back, and if you also take one from the turret gun, you're in big trouble.
I think we lost him.
Yeah, been very much in the bushes. Or in a bush. A bush is enough. Don't mind. Who's counting?
We're okay. They can't see us.
Still can't afford to use the shift door here.
Follow me.
Sorry about the whole gun thing.
Don't worry. I'll probably do it. There's some bad stuff going on down there.
We gotta be careful. We're right next to one of the lookout areas.
I promised someone I'd look
Yeah, I can appreciate
Wow. Well done. Well done, Joel. Really, really, really well done.
Wait.
Load of crap.
Quiet.
Load of crap.
Get away from the windows. We're going. Man, that fucking truck. It's been hounding us ever since we got in this damn...
So I am actually going to health Joel up at this point. This is a very, very weird one where you actually get a cutscene, which is an overnight cutscene, but Joel doesn't actually get all of his health back, and this is on easy mode.
That's right. Now come on.
And we've got a couple of combats to do, so it's a case of playing safe,
Where
really.
is this place?
We've got just enough time here.
Real close.
What'd you find?
Holy shit! Did you see that?
We did it. Not bad, old timer.
Yeah, well, get in here and open the frigging door then. Come on. Come on.
Through this door.
You sure it's safe being so close to them?
I'm the only one with the key, man.
And where'd you get that?
I killed one of them. He won't miss it now. Everybody through.
Having no revolver at this point isn't great at all, but one of those. And just out of interest, how much? 17. Okay, and it is loaded, isn't it? Yeah, it's loaded. Okay. So I don't like using all of my rifle ammo on the guys on the searchlight, but I don't think I'll have a choice. You are going to get here eventually. Okay, good boy.
Here we are. Alright, y'all stay close, okay?
You tried this before?
Yeah.
That's comforting.
Relax, old man.
I just hope you know the way.
Alright. At least I don't actually need to think about this too much, because I don't do the ambitious one. I do have a brick, but I'm not gonna do it because I don't have the coordination.
Okay. Let's try to take him out quietly. Hey, I'll follow your lead.
All right. Hey, how you doing? Just trying to keep warm. How's it looking out there?
Okay, everyone move up.
Hey, you hear that? Click it. Yeah, I hear it. How speed you get?
Yo, Joe, there's a guy on that line.
I see him.
Time to hide behind.
All right. We did it.
Henry, give me a hand with this.
All right.
Right, we do not have a lot of ammo at all. And another audio file which has somehow got deleted. Don't know how, but there you go.
Wait. Oh, no. Got him. Come on,
everyone. All right, check it out.
So we're going to be relying on a lot of shotgun ammo for the foreseeable.
We're good. Sam, let's go. All right, kid, come on. There you go. Come on. Shit. Hurry, hurry. Ready? Gotcha.
Okay, we gotta get him up.
I'm sorry. We're leaving.
What? This is bullshit.
Hey, now!
What the fuck, Henry? We stick together. Fuck do we get out of here?
Whoa!
Whoa!
You're gonna pay for that!
I definitely picked up the ammo. Absolutely definitely picked up the ammo because he saw Joel reach back for it. Wow. I've been done.
Hey, we're gonna search this area. See what we come up with.
That was intense. You cool?
Yeah. Let's go find that radio tower.
And maybe we can find something in that boat over there.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Way ahead of you, kid.
Give me a hand with
Same
this.
time.
All right, come on, kids, go. All right, you go in. Okay.
Hey, flashlights out. Sam, stay close.
Lurking's okay. Lurking is perfectly fine.
Which way?
Joel, we should see what's over here.
This way. Looks like there's a path up ahead. Right here.
Right, I'm going to leave it actually quite late to do the restart encounter there because I don't trust it.
Can we get out this way?
Henry, give it a shot.
All right.
Joel, swim. Swim, for fuck's sake. Come on.
you go. That's smart.
I can't wait to get out of this place.
All right, see if that generator still got some juice.
Alright, let's see what we got. It's not a great deal. We can't craft anything. But we will be able to craft plenty of stuff before we get out of the sewers, which is good. I think I probably will still pick up the stuff just by the stairs before the stalker room.
Sort of alarm.
That worried me. I got really lucky then. I really got lucky because he kind of, his position changed.
Seen how there was a clicker that had been going for a while.
Don't do that. And I thought I'd missed. Right, so if there's something I can craft now, but we wait until we get to the last room in here. Or possibly while we're waiting for this little gate to open the gate in a few minutes.
Henry, see if we can lift this.
So, this is awkward.
Yeah. I know. It's like every time.
Clickers!
What? Hey, this thing isn't budging, man. Just go. Get out of here. Sam, you stay close to him.
Henry, we gotta fucking move!
You keep him safe. Go!
It would help if I get my melee attack timing right here, which I didn't last night, because that may actually make the difference between whether or not you can actually do this in this way. Ooh, she got so close so quickly. How? I don't know. Had no choice. Had absolutely no choice. Now, usually if you stick to the left-hand side on that first run, you should be okay, but I saw her immediately. She's already there. Still disappointed that I got grabbed, because I thought I had enough space, but evidently not. Game said no anyway.
Joel, that's them. Sam!
Oh, thank God. We gotta keep running. Hurry, over there.
Sam!
Run! So many of them!
Ellie, get away from the door.
Maybe we'll put you together. Come on.
Sam! He just crawled through.
You what? Sam, what the hell are you doing? Being a
Say your lines.
Damn thing stuck!
Here.
All he had to say, damn thing stuck, and I could have been on my way.
Open it from the other side.
Make it fast.
Come on, Sam. You're not staying in here.
What about you?
I'll be fine. Come on.
Go.
No, you won't.
Get ready.
I'm ready.
Here we go.
We got it.
Yeah, you threw it up onto the platform that they jumped down from, didn't you?
Fresh air.
It's quite a nice little move. I think I prefer not to because there is a specific spot where I use a nail bomb.
Thanks for the warning on the other side, guys.
And I think it's the last one that I've got. It's
Where's
kind.
this
It's a,
tower?
yeah. It's a backup in the hospital.
We're close.
No. Oh, it's
Come on,
somewhere.
let's go.
Fucking fuck knows.
Hey. How you doing, little man?
That was a close one, huh?
Yeah. Not one of our finest moments, but we made it out.
Hey, look at
Impolite
that.
little children just running across your path.
What'd I tell you, huh?
Let's find a way around to it.
Okay, health is good, so I can do the jump. I'm not convinced. Well, mind you, that time he didn't pause, but it takes him a little while to get back up. Although I sense that is probably true when he jumps down normally as well. Yeah, that's a good point. That is a good point.
Somewhere down the street. All right, now. Y'all stay here.
No.
Before you start, I need you guys to keep him busy. I'm gonna go around and see if I can't.
But
get
I
you
don't
out.
like using the easy strat here of zigzagging down the street.
Be careful.
For the simple reason that at the end you use a molly, and I don't like to. I can't spare that molly. I don't think.
Where do you think you're going?
There's one area where I use a molly, I think, instead of guns, because it's just easier for me, and I don't think I'd get it back.
Get him, boys! In that burnout building! So, where was it you were going?
No. That is why I hate using those stairs. I really hate those stairs. That jump there is a bastard. It really is a bastard. If you don't get it right, you end up on the wrong side of the fence. And thank you for the follow. I just missed your name there. I'm gonna have to wait for it to come back up. On the there you go, Arman. Thank you, Arman. Welcome to the club, or whatever you want to call it. Society. Oh, this was good last night. I'm not going to repeat this. No, I knew. First shot I missed. Fucking hell. That's the old one. That's the old one. Finger just on the trigger. Look at that. really screwed this up. Really, really balls this up. Get the helmet shot. The helmet shot is always so disappointing. Yeah, it's actually getting the finger onto the sprint quick enough. That's the thing that I often get wrong. Well, sometimes it's like it actually doesn't respond, but it is me, definitely. Hello, Mr. Armwiggle.
Oh, that was intense.
You all right, Sam?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Thanks, Joel.
Look at this.
All right. We did it.
We should move.
I know what's wrong with that dialogue there.
Sam!
It's that Henry's line is spoken like he's out of breath. But it is only while he's saying it that he is out of breath. That's what's wrong. He's silent. Apart from that, it's like,
Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. You sure?
we did it.
Come on, come on!
Let's move!
You don't have to be as accurate with things. Which is kind of unfair. Ooh, boing.
Jackson County. Means we're close to Jackson City, right?
Shouldn't be more than a few miles.
You ready to see dear old brother?
I'm just ready to get there.
You nervous?
Okay.
I don't know what.
Shitty ammo. Oh, it did! How weird. It did pick it up, it just didn't show it to me first time.
What happened between you two?
Cheat. Cheating game.
You're not together, so you need something.
We just had a bit of a disagreement, that's all.
Ah, here we go. So what was it about?
Tommy saw the world one way, I saw it the other.
And that's why he joined the Fireflies.
I know why it
And
was.
your friend
No, I
Marlene
know why it was.
promised him hope.
Obviously,
That
in
kept him
that
busy for a while,
little
but just
bit
like
where
Tommy,
you're
he
running from
eventually
the bar,
quit that too.
How was it?
you can show
Last
your
time you
ammo,
saw him?
but you can't do anything with it.
I believe his last words to me were, I don't ever want to
And
see
at that
your
point, it's
goddamn
not
face again."
acknowledged that you have the extra ammo
He's
because it
gonna help
won't
us?
allow you to reload.
We're gonna find out.
Well, here without his help?
Just keep going.
need you to...
I know. Step on the fucking pallet.
I think the other thing is kind of by default, I've already got that button pressed at the top of that, at the top of the, you know, the
Be
platform.
careful crossing that thing.
I will.
Teamwork.
No.
Really? Just gonna leave me hanging?
Yep.
See how it is.
Gonna leave you hanging.
Just like 5 miles.
I know, I am too.
Alright, next door I see him pull the tree.
Let's get past this place, then we can scrounge up some food.
Well, as I said, you're responsible.
Ain't no way around.
False alarm! They're friendlies. We've been dealing with raids. A lot of bandits in this area.
It's been quiet for a few days.
What the hell are you doing here? I thought I'd find you in Jackson.
Been trying to bring the plant back to life.
We had it working before, but one of the turbines went south.
We have electricity, Joe. I had. We'll get her running again.
No way. You guys have horses.
We got a whole lot of them.
Hey, Tommy, give me a hand with this.
Sorry, I'll be right back.
Can I?
Yeah, of course. He likes when you pet his ears. You ever ride one?
I actually have.
When have you ridden a horse?
Winston, this soldier back in the zone, he gave me lessons.
You know, if you want, we can take him riding later.
That'd be awesome.
Hey, thanks, Tommy.
There.
Hey, thanks, Tommy.
No sweat.
Okay.
All right, let's continue the tour.
Not too far off.
Earl?
Yeah?
Why are you here? Weren't you supposed to head back this morning?
Still waiting on Hauser and the rest of the boys to relieve me.
You know, we'll be fine. Just go home to your family.
Just a couple more hours. I'll tough it out.
All right, look, take it easy.
Ooh, I looked up. That could affect things. 1, 2, go. No, still good.
Maria.
Yeah, go ahead.
Maybe you don't need to have the camera down all the time, but I just do it to play safe.
I'd rather eat with Ellie.
It's my turn anyway. I'll go.
I'll come with you. Go with Maria. Get some food.
Joel? Come on, Ellie. Let's give the boys some space. I'm sending Tommy over. Stand by.
This will be the 6th time of them trying to get the turbines back online. We've been here just a week. It feels like forever. I got something for you. Last year I went back to Texas, back home. Most of our stuff is long gone. Most of it. Here. It's a little faded, but it still looks pretty good.
I'm good.
You sure? I mean...
I said I'm good.
Okay. I'll hold on to it for you.
Tommy, I need to talk to you. Privately.
Yeah, okay. Let me just check on my guys real quick. Come on. I don't know what you heard, but you should see the town.
Don't
We're
ever
over
block
20
me,
families
Tom.
strong now.
Think.
It was Maria and her father. They set up this place with the idea of being self-sustained, growing crops
Yeah.
and livestock.
Why
How is
bother?
that no one can
Why
live
bother
like this
going down
anymore?
there? You can get ahead at this point.
Doing it.
What do you do for protection?
Adults take turns guarding the perimeter. We can get an electrified fence from the plant.
You still gotta deal with infected, though, right?
Who doesn't? But it's the world we live in.
Or maybe you don't have to be.
You sound like Marlene.
Amazing.
These two geniuses are gonna bring this plant back to life.
We think we got it this time. You don't believe us?
I didn't say that.
I'll bet you $1 million it works.
Sure. Make it 2. We're almost ready. They just need to finish putting the shield back on.
To the left. Watch it. Okay, that's good. Lower it. Slowly. All right. That's good. Tommy's here. You good to go?
Right, let's have a look. We can do with some weapon swapping as well as crafting here.
Ready?
Because that's obviously useless now. Wow. Okay. Be like that.
You see that?
Time for the... Hey, thanks, Bunny.
You have $2 million.
Strat.
All right, Joe. Let's go talk.
Shit! Bandit!
I hope this goes slightly better than last night. He took a couple of shots, which I wasn't expecting. Much better. Much better. Perfect. Not sure why he would have done that. Yeah, the only way that you can, I think, is that you'd have to be able to provide some kind of video evidence of it being the first. So if anybody thinks that they've done it first and they've got video evidence of it, then they could claim it. I mean, it wouldn't be actual copyright, would it? But to be absolutely sure of taking the credit for it. Or I suppose the other thing is to have a video, to have a VOD somewhere where in the chat you say, I think you should do this, or this is what I would usually do. And then obviously that is a dated video, so people would know.
There, 4 tracks.
I had to restart this, I think, last night. I think either that or it was just slow.
Too goddamn many.
Trying to remember whether or not he actually got killed.
Go around, I'll cover you.
Oh, come on. Unreal. He's not there again. Why? 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 He's always there. You utter bastard.
That's all of them.
Total git.
That's all of them.
Come on. Back to
Oh,
the
I did
horses.
actually pick that up. Oh, fine, okay. Infuriating. On the plus side, it didn't take too long, but it should have been even quicker. Hey, Grodan, hello there, friend. Thank you for joining us. And the ranch fight, I did it twice last night, didn't I? Because the first Molotov that was supposed to kill those two guys didn't get either of them, which was more than a mystery, because given the radius that you get on the molly, it was actually harder to miss than to hit. So what happened there, really got no idea.
Area looks clear. Ellie?
Why does that happen? Come on.
Ellie?
Right, fine, be like that. I don't know why I tried to get the horse to gallop here, it won't do it. But I've always got my finger on the L1 anyway. Just kind of force of habit. Sound good?
That was fun. It's getting chilly.
It's that time of year.
I do. Streamlabs OBS. Not OBS Studio. Streamlabs
How many people
OBS.
do you think are there? Fireflies, I mean.
Reckon it takes quite a crew to run that operation.
Do you think there'll be other people my age?
What I'm hoping is that you're not going to ask me a technical question, because I've had so much problems with this software. It's a miracle that I've actually got it running again. And it's more by luck than anything else. Or temperamentality, which also seems to be the big thing, especially with Streamlabs OBS anyway.
And that's that.
Matter of fact.
Can you imagine being up there all by yourself? What about you? What'd you want to be?
Well, when I was a kid, I used to want to be, a singer.
Shut up.
No, serious.
Sing something.
No.
Come on, I won't laugh. Aw. Those monkeys?
Yeah, a whole mess of them.
At this point, I think Callus is getting a bit old, isn't he, eh? They only run in very, very short bursts. I haven't actually got an uptime thing on the channel itself, but the time that you can see there on the gameplay, which is just above where my webcam is,
Watch yourself.
that's kind of just the run, the actual time of the run since I pressed skip movie, which is, you know, that's kind of a couple of minutes after I started the stream. So it's there or thereabouts, I suppose. Okay.
Damn it, s'mores.
I mean, really, I should put an uptime thing on there. The only thing is, even though Anthony has one on his stream, you'd be amazed how many people put command uptime into the chat. And it makes me wonder whether it's actually worth having, because it's like people are always asking what the uptime is anyway. And I can tell you that my actual uptime is 2:29:33 and counting. So that is, yeah, about 6 minutes or something than you see on the timer. 6 minutes more than. You can try, Dreg, you can try. None of my Streamlabs, or sorry, none of my Nightbot commands actually works. I have got a load of them. Well, I say a load. Good handful of them. And it just suddenly decided that it wasn't going to do them anymore. And it was, I got to that point where I thought, screw it. If you're just going to screw with me, I'll ignore you.
She did it!
Come on through.
Think they were fireflies?
No. No, I don't think so.
Why would they have infected so close to the lab?
Well, Bill used them as a form of defense. Maybe they're doing the same.
Yeah, I could see that.
You see, horse and bushes don't go together that well.
Alright, not what I had in mind, but it'll do.
Always worries me a little bit. Did you see how there was a little bit of, you saw that little white flash in the background where it's just having to load something in quickly? There are certain points where, even if you're not doing something particularly fast, there's a very slight delay in the asset, well, one or two of the assets coming in, and I'm always worried about getting a blue screen with that.
Yoo-hoo! Fireflies! mankind over here.
Only one. Shit.
Anyone?
And I've got no revolver ammo. Got to cope with that. Well, it is what it is. I'll have to cope with one and then try to swap out to the rifle. Hell, it's going to be tough. Hey, Rachie! Rachie, hiya. I was there, Rachie, last night, but I was just so down. I didn't want to take part in any conversation. I was just feeling as bad as I still feel now, to be honest. I wasn't going to be much company. But I was there watching.
Well, maybe in all that research, they turned into fucking monkeys.
Ah, right, okay.
Let's keep searching. We'll find something.
Oh yes, yeah, I do remember you saying that in chat. Yeah. Okay, this is slightly more complicated than I would usually have it, but see what happens.
We know where to go. Let's get the hell out of here.
Oh.
Man, get this dude.
I don't know what happened. I don't know why there was no aim. This will actually bugger up the timing here.
Surround him.
No, I knew it was bad. I knew that was bad straight away. That's lost a load of time. At least load the fucking game up. It literally would not aim. All I could do. All I could do. I just didn't actually want to lose more time than I'd already lost. Oh, that was bad. So bad. Alright, that's section number 2 to note, and I can't remember what the first one was. What was it? I saw your crazy biking skills.
What do you want me to do?
Move.
What?
Didn't help.
Oh man. Joel?
I'm gonna need you to pull.
Okay. Alright, you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Pull!
Here.
Let's get to the damn horse.
Okay. I don't see anyone. Let's go. Joel? How we doing?
I'm fine.
Can you handle the window?
Yeah.
Okay. Come on, move! Alright. Just stay here. Flank this asshole.
Ellie. Those were my friends you killed, asshole.
You can actually do that. You can't get the shot, but there's something about doing that which slightly speeds up. It cuts a part of the animation, which I think saves half a second or something like that. It's kind of not the most important thing in my world.
Push your arm around me. Alright, let's go. Swear to God, if I get you out of this, you're so singing for me.
You wish.
Wait here. I'll get the door. Come on. Come on.
Just get the horse.
All right. Can you get on?
Okay, winter hype. Here we go. Winter hype. Or winter rip, depending on how you want to see it. Good chance we won't even get me rip by the end of the week. Come on! Turn. Sorry to sound depressing. Ooh, got the shot off nice and early. That made a change. And got the second one off early as well. Nice. Okay. Usually I'll waste about 10 or 15 seconds actually just getting the bead on it.
How are you still alive?
It doesn't make up for the hospital, but the University of the Science Lab, but goes a little way towards making it up.
What is this place? Oh, great. Everything's cool. This place is not creepy at all.
No matter what, we have to keep them out. Let's hope they don't find us. Cover the windows.
Okay.
Make every shot count now.
Stop it with that that sound glitch actually annoys me now. Maybe it's because it's so much louder than things like the little horse gallop or something that happens as you get into Bill's town.
You weren't kidding. You're a better shot with that thing than I am.
I've made a mistake here.
Give me a hand with this.
I have made a mistake. I don't think I'm going to have to get these 3 shots here. And I'm not sure whether David will actually give me more ammo while he's doing that.
Don't let him come in through the windows.
Good. Okay. He did. How kind.
More infected on this side. There's a big town. They must have followed you.
Maybe they followed you, my friend.
Doesn't matter. Go, kid.
Any more? Yeah. Yeah. I'll have it. I'll have all of it. Give me all your ammo, all your loving kit, all your hugs. No, I was just. Shit. I'm sorry.
This way. I'll block this. Cover the stairs. Through here.
Okay.
I can't do that. I've discovered. Actually, I have just discovered that I physically cannot do that.
It's clear. This way.
Requires one more digit than I've got.
How are you holding up?
Right, so I'll never be able to do that trick. That's a shame. I'd love to see that work.
Stay close. Come on. Hey kid, you alright?
Oh right, Andromeda. Welcome, and hope you're enjoying your lurking. You don't need to come in and chat, but if you want to, you're very, very welcome. But you're welcome here anyway. Well, in English, privet is a kind of hedge. I kid you not, it's a privet hedge. But what does privet mean in Russian? And how is it pronounced? Yeah, okay, we know.
Here, come here, boost me up.
I'm going to say it with an accent. Privet. No, just overdoing it now.
You be quick. You keep a lookout.
I know.
Privet. Okay, something like that.
Through here.
Ah, right, okay. That's cool.
Yeah, no shit. Okay, old man.
Get off. Everything can't be full. No way. No fucking way.
Jeez. Looks like someone already fought those things and lost.
I'm looking for these boys. Doesn't matter. Grab the gear. I'll look for an exit.
See anything?
It's a dead end. Use this building.
So what do we do?
Hold our ground.
Is there any other choice?
We die.
Get ready.
Damn it. Piss poor.
You hear that? They're on the roof.
I know.
Ooh. Just kill everything. Shoot everything.
We're doing fine.
It doesn't feel like it.
Stay focused. We'll make it. Here come more.
How many of these things are there?
That's not going to get used, that one, is it?
Thank you.
Come on. Jump. I've laid that nail bomb for you there fucking ages ago. Use it. Thank you.
It's a bloater!
Ah! Right, getting down. No!
Big guy's down! Yeah, killed all of them? More like disbelief.
Why?
I'll check the bridge.
How do you get him to run?
Listen,
No infected.
no infected. What'd I tell you? All right, let's head on back. Check on that buck of ours.
We even sure she's here. We're horse tracks down the fucking street. She's here. Hey, I got her!
Yes, for some reason the lower leg, it's below the knee on the bloater, isn't armoured. Wow. Took so long to shake him off. That's why I got an extremely awkward angle then. Try and swing around. If you stay to the right of that truck, you'll take more hits. But I've taken more than I should have by now.
Over here! Oh man. No. Shit.
Okay, so the full complement of everything, that's good. Little bit low on health. That's because I took extra shots going through there, which is unusual. Very unusual.
He doesn't get to make that call. James told me it's the girl from the university. How many of our guys were killed there?
Could have actually just maybe picked up that little health pack there.
Yeah.
No. that didn't kill him. That shot didn't kill him. I've got to do it. I've got no choice. Oh wow, thanks. Thanks a fucking lot. The most frustrating thing is that you can't move. Hey, Amy. Hello, babe. Oh, it's buffering for me at the moment. Shit. Thankfully, let me do a refresh. Oh, I've got drop frames as well. I've got drop frames.
Cover the ground. Make sure she's not hiding somewhere over here.
Wow. That's because I'm trying to watch what's going on here.
On this side of the wall. Over here.
Well, I picked those up, totally useless. I have never had drop frames before. I'm well behind on the actual footage. That was way back. It seems to be alright now at my end. Looks okay to me. But I've dropped 2,700 frames. Hey, Brad! Hello there, dude. How you doing, mate?
Where is she?
Oh, I didn't mean to fucking fire. Damn it. I'm going to have to cope with these guys now. Okay, so that wasn't good. That was not good at all. I've got to do something a little bit sneaky here, but I can't afford to use a molly. Wasteful. Really, really fucking wasteful. It used ammo, it used time, it used everything that I didn't want to use up. Oh. It started off very, very well. I had the first bit that went wrong. Oh, I got killed in the financial district because I missed a button as I was trying to swap a weapon. And there was something else. Oh, it took me 2 attempts to escape from the university for pretty much the same reason, if I'm honest with you. They did that last night. They got shots in. Right, I got away with a huge risk here last night, and if I got away with it then, I'm pretty sure I can do it again on this, because I should have died. Not even waiting here. Oh, bad. God. That didn't help. That did not help at all. I got caught on something. That was my bad. But she took, I think, 3 shots last night and didn't get killed. And it was by doing something very, very risky. Somehow it was okay. Yeah, PB at the moment is there above the current time. It wasn't fantastic last night. Most of it was really good. Yeah, but that's the great thing, Brad. I don't know. That's why I've not put splits in. I prefer not to know, because then I don't get depressed. Or, on the other hand, too hopeful, because that can also be a thing. Right, this is where I use a different strat here. Right, this would be interesting now, because Joel has not got a lot of shit to play with. This is not good. Revolver isn't very good for some reason. Joel, get up. For fuck's sake. He won't run. Wow. It was obviously me, but kind of unexpected. Yeah, and there were 2 reasons. The other reason, Brad, is that I think sometimes if viewers are looking at various splits...
I gotta find her.
Now, how can I put it? I like the drama. Simple as that. I like the drama of having just one time to look at, and you really don't know until you get there whether or not you're going to beat it. I don't know. Because I can't remember, like, at what point I started the spring section or anything like that. So we all have the same mystery, the same excitement, or, well, not the same amount of boredom. I think I'll put it that way. And my seat's quite uncomfortable again, even with the cushion on it. Oh, and the other thing, the other reason for it, Brad, is that I went through a load of settings in Live Split, and it would make Live Split transparent as Live Split, but as soon as I bring it into Streamlabs OBS, it's solid, as you see it here.
It's not your style, is it?
Because then I could put splits in, because it's not overly obtrusive, you know, you've not got the black background blocking everything.
Fuck you.
You think you know me? Huh? Well, let me tell you something. You have no idea what I'm capable of.
Oh, you bitch. Okay, so the real shame here, this is the thing that I'm always going to regret, is the fact that I cannot do the tunnel strat. Tried it once last night, and I had tried it again. I think I've probably tried it about 10 times and done it once. And the problem is, it's the swap.
Did you hear me?
It's the throwing the brick and quickly swapping to the smoke bomb at the end. I physically cannot do it. Just can't. Too clumsy, basically. So I have to use the stealth strat, the sneaky strat.
Feel that breeze, huh? I tell you, on a day like this, I just sit on my porch, pick away at my six string. Yeah, once we're done with this whole thing,
Don't think chroma key is there on Streamlabs OBS for.
What do you say, huh?
For that, I'm not sure. But the other thing that I have to think about, Brad, is, again, it's the fingers thing. If I'm going to put a load of splits in, I've kind of got to have spare digits available to be pressing the space bar as well as doing something on the controller, and that's where it can get a bit tricky. So I could lose a run just by trying to hit a split. Which should be kind of embarrassing. Don't think anybody's ever done that before, have they? Oh, that was crap.
Well, we could use that ladder. Here we go. Ellie?
Yeah.
Ellie?
What?
The ladder. Come on.
Okay. Right, well, the good news is we don't need any ammo here. Only what's required to kill a clicker, which can't attack us. But I could really do with... I've got one smoke and one mol. That's what I hate about that.
Oh my god.
What is it?
That'll have to do.
Ellie!
I didn't want to take any more time.
Ellie!
So, Molly's it is in the hospital.
You gotta see this.
What is it? What the hell is...
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I'm having to press R anyway, and I think it's because... I think it's because I'm not using any splits at all. So I use the spacebar to actually start the timer. But I have to use R to... It basically resets. And I do get a little message like, are you sure you want to screw up everything you've ever worked for? But it's alright. What it does is it just stops the timer. So, that's okay.
Look, I know you mean well, but there's no halfway with this. Once we're done, we'll go wherever you want. Okay?
Well, I ain't leaving without you. So let's go wrap this up.
Come on, controller. Sit comfortably on my leg, please.
Well, this place takes me back.
How so?
It was right after everything went down. I ended up in a triage just like this. Everywhere you look, you just saw families torn apart. The whole damn world seemed to have turned.
There you go. Actually, Aaliyah, Brad is definitely your man to talk to. I was watching that run, Brad, and it was superb. The only thing is Aaliyah broadcasts directly from the PS4, and she doesn't use a camera, and she doesn't have the chat set as being on the stream. So it's just what you get in the VOD to the right-hand side. So I was saying that is there ever going to be a problem with a run that's submitted, which is only the game footage, literally nothing else?
What do you mean?
Can the mods see kind of timestamps for when it was done? Oh, right, okay. Well, there's your answer. It's submittable. Submissible, sorry. And it says, okay, that's brilliant. That's as I thought might be the case, although I didn't say it with knowledge, it was a bit of a guess. It can be verified because of timestamps. So I lost. How long does it take to sneak through here? I should have actually looked at the timer, shouldn't I? But I had to do this 3 times last night. The first time I failed on doing the quick way. The second time I got all the way here, and as I jumped over here, my my index finger just touched the circle button, which of course caused the alert, so I had to do this 3 times. And that's got to account for 3.5, 4 minutes or something like that. Oh, only a minute? Okay. Thought it might be a bit more. Yeah, hopefully. The only thing that's going to be the variable, and it's a big variable, is the fact that in the hospital, I can't use the strat. Well, I can't seem to. Oh, bugger. I can't seem to use anymore the strat of sneaking through the first area and the 3 guys coming through the canvas corridor, tunnel, whatever you want to call it, just run straight through. They don't anymore for me. No matter what I do, they stop to investigate, which is why I like to have an extra molly at that point.
I'm on the other side.
Because sometimes I have to use that to kill them.
All right, hold on.
Yeah, the PB that I've got there from last night would have been 13th place, but I didn't want to submit it because I know, because of the mistakes of last night, I know that it can be better. You know, don't submit a run until it's a good one. We had a couple of little errors on this, but the kind of things that I would expect to go wrong. Part of the thing that went wrong last night was just being carelessly gung-ho with that tunnel strat, and I ended up having to do it 3 times. No point. When you know that you've wasted about 2 or 3 minutes, doing that, don't submit the run. Just don't do it the next time. Hey, bird. Hello, my hero. How are you doing, mate? Are you good? Now, according to Brad, if I don't make any cock-ups here, should be on for another PB. So you've come in at the right time. Okay, it's really awkward finger movement here because I know what's going to happen. I have to do the X and then use an awkward right index finger to steer him. That didn't help. That didn't help. It actually won't sync. Damn it, I left that too late. And look at that fucking solid, just absolutely solid nothing. I don't mind. I don't mind. That was 10 or 15 seconds or something like that. Compared to what I did in the tunnel last night, I don't care. As long as the hospital... I didn't have to restart the hospital, so that's kind of a downer.
Get on.
Looky there. I'm on it. Be careful.
I got you.
Right, so we can't craft anything here, but we don't need to. We've got 3 mollies and a smoke. That's more than enough. Weapon-wise we're shit, but we're not using weapons anyway. So I loaded it for no reason, as you do. But just for the record, one thing I found last night, because I wasn't sure what I'd got, is I had time to run back into the room behind where the clicker is that you kill and scavenge that for parts. And by the time I got back, Ellie was just letting the lead. This damn ladder broke off the wall. Still, you're not going to need anything. You'd be... and in the harder modes, I don't think it'd give you anything anyway. You'd have to be really desperate, but at least you can do it. Anybody remember the first time you ever did the hospital and you just could not figure out where the hell you were going? Imagine you'd say the same of the basement in the hotel, wouldn't you? You'd say the same of the winter section with Ellie.
Oh boy.
Let me go ahead, and you follow my lead.
Okay, right behind you.
Even Ellie says this place is like a damn maze, and actually it isn't. It isn't a maze at all. It's very, very straightforward.
Okay, come on, jump.
You're gonna catch me?
I got you. See? You didn't even need me.
Let's get the hell off this thing.
Ellie, move.
Break, thank you. Very occasionally it seems to take a little bit. It might be my imagination, but sometimes it feels like it's ages before that thing actually breaks. Right, let's get some water force to get us bowling along here. Swim, boy, swim. Oh, and also the stalker room in the sewers. Because you don't kind of realise that there is a very, very direct route. And of course, the first time, you're going to be collecting shit anyway, aren't you? There you go. See? Can't stop the alert. So I just end up using an extra molly, which is why I wanted to have the extra molly. Just like a little bit of an insurance. Can't you molly the doctors? Why can you not molly the doctors? Or use a smoke bomb on them? That would be the thing. If you could save a smoke bomb and sneak past them without killing them, that would make you a good person, wouldn't it?
Sweet Jesus. Doctor? What are you doing in here? I won't let you take her.
Yay, I got some bits. 500 bits from Brad. Wow. Hey, thank you, man.
Oh, shit.
That's really kind of you. Thank you. Fucking hell. It's going to get to the stage where I can actually approach Twitch and actually say to them, "Can I have some of my fucking money now?" Because you have to earn that much in bits and subs before they actually release any of it. But thank you, man. That's really, really appreciated. Thank you.
We're okay. We're okay.
I said get back! Stop!
Well, it's definitely a PB. Absolutely no doubt about that. Whether it puts me on the leaderboard, I don't know, because there's quite a big gap. There's somebody with a 310, isn't there? And then it's a bit of a gap to the next time.
We're walking.
13th, okay. I'll take 13th. I do believe in luck.
Be a straight shot through here.
Alright.
It's actually kind of pretty, ain't it?
Yeah.
All right. Now watch your head going through.
The only thing I'm concerned about, Brad, is we got some quite bad drop frames. We actually dropped 2,700 frames at one point.
I think the two of you would have been Would have been good friends.
Is that recorded? Because one thing I wouldn't be able to do is try to upload. Is try to upload the full video, because that would be crazy, wouldn't it? But there was a fair bit of dropout.
It's a little bit further now.
Mate, yeah, hopefully I've got enough of a reputation that people will know that I wasn't... that's a late stop. Let's have a look. 58, 59, 01. 319.01. Okay, let me just put that in. There's no point, I might as well write it down. 319.01. I actually think I got a typo there. I was supposed to hit the R button, and I think I hit the no, it didn't. 10 seconds away from 11th. Oh, eh? Really? There's only 10 seconds between 13th and 11th. Wow. Oh, well, there you go. Well, there's definitely improvements to be made because I died in the uni escaping, and I died in the financial district as well. And bearing in mind, I have done the financial district in 1 minute, and with the, I think it probably took me about 1 minute and a half to get killed. And then, of course, I was probably being a little bit cautious with the second part of it. So, but here's the thing. What is the difference between 11th and 10th? I know that one of them, there's a huge jump in times. Because I think it's 310 and then something stupid like 316 or 317 or something like that. I don't know what it is. But I'm glad that I made a note of that, because I'll have to manually add that to live split. 2.5. Yeah, that's big. That's a big jump. But if 10th is 316, I've basically got 3 minutes to cut off. It can't be that difficult to do 3 minutes by not dying. Okay, well, it's got to be a time if I'm still around, because I'm not even sure if I will be at the moment because of this fucking car thing. It's got me. I've never felt this low in my life before, and I do really feel like just saying, fuck it, that's it, I'm done with living. And I was actually planning the first couple of days of this week of kind of, cleaning everything up, as it were, doing the things that have to be done to leave nothing unsavoury. But anyway, and the worst thing is my mum is coming over from Italy on Thursday as well, which I don't need. It's going to be how the hell do I contact her and say don't come over? It'd be a bad idea. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Right, is anybody going to run something? Are we going to have somebody playing? Ideally, The Last of Us. Somebody wants to do a speedy. Because I'll join in, and I can take that time then to also go on to speedrun and submit this, because 319.01, is okay. So Aaliyah's not. It's a bad time for you, Aaliyah. It's like you're going on for 9 o'clock in the morning. But I know Brad, you'll have work in the morning as well. Yeah, Uncharted 1. Somebody was running Uncharted 4 before. Was it you? Was it you, Wild? I find it difficult to watch the very old games, Yeah, I know it was kind of remastered and it does look a lot better. Actually, it does look a lot better. Is it doing glitchless or any percent? Ah, right, okay. Well, let's go and which is better? Guys, which is better, seriously, a raid or a host? Because I can never decide. I've spelt everything right, haven't I? Yeah. Go on then. Seriously, guys, what's better, raid or host? Or does it really not make any difference? Yeah, okay. We'll do a raid then, shall we? Let's have a raid. Alright guys, once again, thank you all for watching. We've done a good thing here. We've got a good time. Almost broke 3:19, which is a big, big jump for me. That's nearly 6 minutes quicker than last night. Okay, I'm going to raid. Raid it is. Thanks for watching. I'll end the stream now, and then I'll type in raid, and we can go. Okay. Thanks, everybody. Night-night.